Dakikubi Shime. I'd recommend watching the video on Gatame and Dakikubi Goshi before this. It's a nice way to put a couple of these techniques together. I think the transition is actually a big part of this technique. Usually we start standing, someone's facing me, they throw a roundhouse punch. I'm going to block on the side that they're punching. They're punching with their right hand, I'm blocking with my left. Just a one-hand block, and I'm also not stopping them in place. I'm putting it up, and I'm also fading away from them as I do it. I don't want to stop their momentum. I'm using their punch as part of my physique. They punch, I'm blocking and fading away. At the same time that I'm doing that, my other arm's going around the back of their neck to set up Dakikubi Goshi. So they're punching, I'm blocking with the outside arm, but not stopping them, meeting them, and fading away, letting them kind of continue that punch. So I can use their forward momentum as my physique. Same time that's happening, my other arm's going around the back of the neck, blocking, hooking, and I'm going to continue all the way to the ground. I'm not going to spend a lot of time working on Dakikubi Goshi in this video. There is a separate video if you want to see it. Just type in Dakikubi and Suigetsukan. And then from there, there's a transition where I'm not just throwing and letting somebody fall on the ground. I'm going to stay connected, go all the way to the ground, ending up in Gatame. Again, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. It's a separate video on Gatame. If you want to see that, just type in Gatame and Suigetsukan and to watch that in more in depth. But I'm going to throw, stay attached, and go all the way to the ground. And that's what I'm going to work on today, plus the finish with the arm lock. What I've set up here, I'm using a gi top, and I put a couple of pillows in here. You can do this however you want, but the idea is I want something nice and soft, because I'm not just going to throw, I'm going to throw and land on this. You can probably do it without a gi or anything if you want to practice this, but a lot of you have hard surfaces at home. It's just a nice way to really feel the connection and really let yourself just fall on the ground on top of your. So I have two pillows in here. I have one a little bit higher to create a neck, and then one a little lower to make sure there's plenty of going on down here on the body where I'm going to land. Tie the belt nice and tight, kind of fold it all the way up into the armpits to lock it in. Ready for your uke. Up. Now I'm going to imagine that I'm blocking on the side. After I block, my arm is going over the top. The other arm is going around the back. All in one motion. I block, but I don't stop in place. I'm already turning. Blocking, my arm goes around behind the neck, turn all the way in, and landing in Gatame. See how I'm sitting out. Still have that overhook on the arm. A lot of people try to push the hand down with their hand. I don't find that this is yet generally realistic. I mean, maybe if I slam them really hard, they're unconscious or disoriented for a minute, I can do that. But this plays safe. I'm going to keep it attached to my body. I'm going to lean all the way forward as far close to the ground as I can. Push the arm down, and I'm holding it there. As I lean back, I lift my leg up and hook that arm. The crook of their elbow is basically going right behind the crook of my knee. Push down, hold it, lock. And I'll just put it over. I curl in as tight as I can to lock that arm. And then I go back into Gatame. Putting my hands together, my hands are already behind the neck. I just bring my hands together, reinforce, twisting, corkscrewing in, and now legs pulling the arm all the way to the ground. So the arm and shoulder are going opposite directions. Got that nice pin and constriction and an arm lock. Again from the other side. It's coming at me. Block, and then overhook as I'm moving. Block, and overhook. The other arm's going around behind the neck. Block, overhook, all the way down. Landing. See, I never saw any space between my body and the pillows and the body of the uke, the pillows in this case. I want to stay attached. A lot of people miss that part either because they're not used to staying attached and going to the ground, or just because they're trying to be nice to their uke. This is a nice opportunity to really practice that transition all the way down. Stay attached and land on them. And you can see I'm already landing in a sitting out position. Finishing it off, leaning forward, that leg up, lock the hands together, corkscrew, and lean back. Also a nice little workout if you want to practice Dakikubi Goshi. Do your Uchikomi a few times, and then practice. Each. A. San. Shi. Go. Partner. Up. Up. Attach my hands, corkscrew, and sit back. Rook. Sich. Hatch. Ku. Chew. Up. Attach. All the way down. Cinch it up. Knock it in. Hands together. Corkscrew. Sitting back. Dakikubi Shime.